Please welcome your 2026 San Francisco 49ers.
Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go from a rainy Levi Stadium. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from the opening whistle.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. D. Winters there to bring him down. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Once again, it's Walker. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract for the 4th-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted 1st overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
So, from the 25, it's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here is Jennings. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, 49ers.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped, The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. They get the first-round pick, the rookie, Gray Zabel.
Still first down.
Now, Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on 1st down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable 2nd down.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And this is 3rd down.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And we'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Seahawks first down.
The run up the middle. It's Walker. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And this is 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
All right, so in these 3rd and short, 3rd and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have 4th down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging 4th down decision.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is where playing in the elements can really become a problem. These kickers practice all year in pretty much ideal conditions. So sometimes you got to approach these kicks a little bit different. He's just unable to connect.
One of the tight ends in motion right. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 6. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's another 49er first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And Nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Another one from the 5, second down and goal. Again, it'll be McCaffrey, and he will power his way into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. No problem with the footing. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense. Still 1st down.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's caught. It's A.J. Barner, the tight end. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
But it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. Throwing left sideline, looked to be caught, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. It's incomplete. Probably one they'd like back. It's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's McCaffrey. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll look underneath here for McCaffrey. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Man in motion here is Jennings. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Wow, he can certainly be elusive with the football and the feet. Great spin forward. Let's give him 6 yards on that one. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
This is going to get out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I think this drive, and particularly that last 3rd down incompletion, Mike, has really summed up the story of this game offensively. No matter how many times they try to generate some plays through the air, there's just nowhere to go with the ball. In this case, the coverage is tight. They go 3 and out again. They've got to have earlier success and not just wait for 3rd down to bail themselves out.
Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Saul, the man in motion. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Third and short. Purdy. A pickup of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
Now it's McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down right around the 40. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A tight end in motion now. They run once more with McCaffrey. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire 1st half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Looks like a design run with Purdy. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
Taken down behind the line of
Trying to catch the defense off guard with this designed quarterback run. Doesn't go down for a sack, but either way, defense was ready for it, able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Kittle is the man in motion. Purdy now on 2nd down. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, what a great play call down there, using the size of the tight end. You've been there. That's a really difficult play to pull off.
And I can promise you, Mike, they spend a lot of time all week working on this very play. They go down in the red zone, and they talk through it. They walk through it. He understands he's got that big-body tight end. Use all of that space to the outside. Keep the ball away from the defender, and it's the trust knowing that your guy is going to keep those feet in bounds and come down with 6.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. He knocks it through, and the 49ers move out on top, 14-0.
Seahawks, nothing.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And the Seahawks, 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
First catch there for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
Seahawks, 1st down. It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Walker. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 20.
They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Seattle.
It's a gain of 20.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pick.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's Walker. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd down.
Throwing, Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. In motion is Barner. Darnold to throw. Taking up, and he's into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game, Mike. You see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's now 14-7.
Seahawks 7.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here's Brock Purdy and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On second down, Purdy. Oh, the ball's out. And this will be recovered by the offense. So they avoid the catastrophe of a finish. Time runs out, and that's the end of the first half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Derek Hall getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. Open man there. It is Bourne. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On the ground is Walker. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
10 yards. And the Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Seahawks first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
They'll run here with Walker. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Here's a little pop pass heading to the right. He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 41-yard line.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
2nd and 11. Darnold. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Just not a lot of plays on that call sheet for the offensive coordinator for 3rd and a mile. So that's a huge sack there that they took on 2nd down. And barring something dramatic happening here, it might have just killed any chance of extending this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 4 at 14-10.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot. Your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Niners offense headed back to take over once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll go play action. Purdy. That's into the hands of the fullback. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He'll try to run for it.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
The 49ers out for the punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. To return, it's Shaheed. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here is the option, running right. Walker, 1st down and more. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Seattle.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
On 2nd down, Walker. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And this is 3rd
Going to try to pick up the first down with his own read. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
That's a great job defensively. You could tell they sold out to stop the run here on third down. And even if he hands this ball off, Mike, I don't think that play was going anywhere.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within a point. It's 14-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Purdy on first down. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
On second down, it's McCaffrey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 4.
Third down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jawan Jennings.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
The 49ers out to punt this one, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. We'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Walker now gets us going here in the fourth quarter. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is going to be out of bounds. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one.
Watch the running back's patience here, Mike. He's slow, and then he hits it. That's the key here. If he goes too fast, their linemen aren't ready yet. Really well executed. Great run.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
To throw is Darnold. Now he'll just pitch this one out there. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. They need one right now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Huff brings it in left side. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. Going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one online. And it is good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
14.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So, after the field goal to take the lead, kicker is back out there to send this one away. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Boye Mafe getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that 2nd down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be thinking, get the ball out of my hand, find a matchup I like downfield, and try to push this ball past the sticks and keep this drive alive.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Purdy.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
We're about ready now for the punt. We'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This returnable from inside is on 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. To throw on first down is Darnold. That's dropped off for Walker. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he will have the Seahawks first down. At least it appears that way. Got it by maybe the length of the football.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game you just can't miss. It's a close game. Fourth quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Charbonnet the back, and he goes straight ahead. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. They get 21 on that one. First down, Seattle.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Slant, Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
So, Mike, there's this idea that every time a defense blitzes, it has to result in a sack, but there's a lot of other ways that you can impact the play, and we see it here. Get the ball out of the quarterback's hand, get it to the check down, and now you just need to rally tackle and bring them down for a loss.
A 23-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago, now set to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Again, it's McCaffrey. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
They're all set to punt this one away. This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Darnold now to throw. That's complete. It's Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 50-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. The Niners will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Here's Darnold. Pass is completed to Cup. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
And this is third down.
Two minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. 3rd and 5. On the handoff, it's Charbonnet.
Zach Charbonnet, the ball carrier. D. Winters on the stop. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Niners offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Pearsall. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Open man there, it is Bourne. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Back to the air again is Purdy. Throw on the run is complete. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
At the 48-yard line.
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.